Hey there, fellow adult collectors. Welcome back. David Eon with something else for your consideration from the Open by Chance Toy and Action Figure Museum. Something you may not have seen before, and that is the 1977 Chemtoy John Travolta doll. And this is officially earmarked as a doll. Says so right there. 12-inch doll, which can wear the clothing of Ken, Donnie, and that's a Mattel doll, and other 12-inch dolls. So no pussyfooting around and saying, it's technically an action figure. No, it's really technically a doll of John Travolta, made by Chemtoy, again, Chemtoy out of Chicago, Illinois, in 1977. And Chemtoy, this is actually a rather ambitious project for Chemtoy, which traditionally made junk, if you will. They made the kind of little trinket sort of toys that you see in the supermarket or in a dollar store. They made like plastic handcuffs and little jacks sets and toy water pistols and super balls and stuff like that. Just little plastic trinkets. Now, John Travolta, a lot of you may not realize, because his career was derailed when he started doing the Look Who's Talking series. Nobody took him seriously anymore, John Travolta, until he was in Pulp Fiction. And Pulp Fiction reminded people that, yes, indeed, John Travolta can act. In the 70s, he was gigantic. And this is a little misleading. It says, on stage, John Travolta, superstar. And he was a Broadway actor before going to television, before he was hired on to Welcome Back, Kotter in 1975. Of course, starred in Welcome Back, Kotter from 75 to 79 for 4 seasons. 3.5 really, because in the last season you barely saw him at all. He had cameos because he was doing film projects. But he was only really ever in a couple of Broadway plays and didn't play anything major. Although he was in the Broadway production of Grease, he had a very minor role, unlike the film, which he shot the film while, let me go ahead and turn this around, take a look at the side here. He shot the film while he was still doing the TV show. So he had a starring role in Grease. He was one of the stars, actually one of the most popular characters on Welcome Back, Kotter, which is kind of funny since he's the dopiest character on Welcome Back, Kotter. A tribute to his acting ability, because it's kind of hard to act that dumb and make it look real. He was also on Saturday Night Fever, which is not a dancing film, even though there's a lot of dancing in it. It's actually a pretty good drama. Here we see a simulated autograph of John Travolta here. And he was in the made-for-TV television movie special, The Boy in the Plastic Bubble. Did you realize that was him? That was John Travolta as the Boy in the Plastic Bubble. And he was doing this all at the same time. So he was huge in the 70s. I mean, he was even featured on Honeycomb, the cereal. They had Barbarino posters. And then the girls would pretend to drool over him. Oh God, it's Barbarino. And like I said, this came out in 1977. And this, of course, I just brought this up. I do have the complete set, and I'll do that in another showcase. But here is the 1976 Mattel Welcome Back, Kotter action figure. Action figure, which is actually looks to be lower quality than the Chemtoy, which is sort of surprising, although I love the artwork on the Welcome Back, Kotter blister card. The card is very flimsy, and it looks like a reworked Martin Landau head almost, on because they had done Space 1999 the previous year using the same bodies. Really solid card, good photo likeness. I would have preferred, they basically used the photo over and over again. You can tell this is actually a reversal of that photograph, and then it's the same picture on the back. I prefer it when it's some type of actual artwork rather than a photo like they did here, but still, This is something you don't see too often. It doesn't go for a whole hell of a lot. This isn't something that's going to command a huge price aftermarket, partially due to the fact that a few years ago somebody came across a warehouse find of a ton of these. So you can actually find these at this time, probably sealed in the box on eBay for less than $50. And these are not sealed boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop this open for you real carefully and really quickly so you can get a good look at what the actual doll looks like. Just carefully get this open. I'll use my key because I don't want to damage the flap at all, and just finagle that edge out without tearing or disrupting the packaging too much. This is an inverted flap, so you have to be careful. You see how they do? I don't want to hurt it, obviously. There we go. So we'll go ahead and slide him out and just look at him without the box very quickly. And you can see, yeah, just your standard fashion doll here. He's got kind of acid wash jeans, so he's a little ahead of his time with the acid wash jeans, a turtleneck, and John Travolta's head. And it's not sticky either. I was wondering about that. It's not sticky. Jointed at the knees. See? Knees, hips, shoulders, and neck. And take a look at those gigantic boots. Some generic big old cowboy boots there. It's kind of neat. But again, this is something that you may not have ever really seen before. And that's what I like to do, is bring things out that many people may not have come across and share it with you. There we go. Get him back in there nice and safe so that we can put him away. Welcome back, Kotter. Actually, this is a very good sitcom. And it has, again, a misleading theme song, because you listen to the theme song by, oh, what's his name? John Sebastian wrote the theme song for that show in 1976. And it was a chart topper. It was a #1 hit on the charts, the theme to Welcome Back, Kotter. And to listen to that song and watch the intro to the show, you're not expecting a sitcom. It doesn't make sense. But the theme, the song, the lyrics to that song, they do make sense for Gabriel Kaplan's character as the teacher. It fits, but it just doesn't sound like it goes with a sitcom. And you know, I'll show you something here really quick. Let me just jump aside here. We're in the video game room. I'm going to pop out here. Video game room. And I do have like autographs on the walls. And over here is my Welcome Back, Kotter cast autograph. Not the complete cast, but all 5 of the main characters. And this is an official autograph. This is not just something you went and picked up. This is an officially certified autograph. It's one of my favorite shows growing up. I think if I had a top 10 sitcoms, then this would be on it. And there's my wife and I on our wedding photo. And I think that one kind of sums us up, because we weren't paying attention to the photographer at all. We were just enjoying each other, and we still do. And this is like my favorite wedding photo. That's why I put it up there. But there we go. Let me get back down here. Have you ever seen this before? Did you know that there was a John Travolta doll? You know, celebrity dolls was a big thing in the 70s. Donnie and Marie Osmond, Captain and Tennille, Sonny and Cher, Farrah Fawcett. I mean, everybody was getting a doll. So you may or may not have seen this before. And if this is something you're interested in, like I said, a flood of them hit the market a couple of years back because someone found some. That happens sometimes. It's getting more and more rare, but someone just came across a bunch of them still sealed. And you see this card is like unfolded, and that's a huge problem with these kind of flap cards, that people fold them and just ruin the flaps. He's in really great shape. Is that something that you would be interested in for your collection? Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got something out of it. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you're new. All that good stuff. Please do check out our other videos for more showcases and discussions and tours and all sorts of things that we do on this channel. I showcase also vintage toy and food advertising commercials that a lot of people have a lot of fun with. You might want to check a few of those out. But with all that being said, what more can I say but thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.